I've had so many like 24-hour nights, going nonstop because my passion for what I do, my love for what I do, and I want to reap the benefits of my work.
Beautiful.
When
girl.
I met her that day, I knew she was a star. Like, just her look, the way she walked into a room and her confidence, and she performed in my office.
And she was what, 17 years old at that
She
point?
was 16.
Ciara appears to hold resentment towards rapper and Roc Nation CEO Jay-Z, as well as his protégé, Rihanna, for what she believes has hindered her career progression. Allegedly, Ciara feels her fame would have been greater by now if not for the influence of these two industry heavyweights. Reports suggest tensions between Ciara and Jay-Z escalated at a recent industry event, requiring on-site security intervention. Ciara, known as Ciara Rose, gained widespread recognition with her 2004 debut album, Goodies, quickly soaring to the top of charts and solidifying her as a global star. Despite early successes and securing a modeling contract with Revlon in 2016, Ciara's career seemed to plateau while artists like Beyoncé and Rihanna surged in prominence. Rumors within the industry suggest Ciara blames Jay-Z for favoring Rihanna over her, hindering her professional advancement. Fans who've heard these rumors seem to support Ciara's claims, noting Jay-Z encountered Ciara before collaborating with Rihanna. In 2004, Jay-Z signed Rihanna to his record label, Def Jam, after she impressed music producer Evan Rogers. This move effectively launched Rihanna's career, further fueling Ciara's sense of betrayal and frustration. Ciara's grievances reflect her disappointment in her career trajectory and her desire to reclaim her place in the spotlight. While the validity of her allegations remains uncertain, they underscore the complexities and rivalries within the entertainment industry. During Rihanna's signing with Def Jam, Ciara was already a well-known figure in the music industry, topping charts and enjoying commercial success. Jay-Z, the CEO of Def Jam at the time, could have supported Ciara's career, given her prominence, but he opted to focus on promoting Rihanna instead. Ciara had admired Jay-Z and hoped to collaborate with him, which makes his choice to prioritize Rihanna over her a perplexing decision. It's important to note that Jay-Z wasn't obligated to sign Ciara. As a successful rapper and businessman, he had the freedom to choose artists based on his preferences and what would benefit his label. However, many fans are puzzled by his decision to sign Rihanna over Ciara, especially considering Ciara's impressive track record, including her songwriting credits for artists like Blue Cantrell. Ciara's contributions to the music industry were notable even before Rihanna's rise to fame. She collaborated with producer Jazzy Farr on several demos and eventually caught the attention of L.A. Reid, who produced her debut album, Goodies, in 2004. The album was a commercial success, earning Ciara widespread acclaim and the title of the First Lady of Crunk & B. Ciara continued her success with her sophomore album, The Evolution, which surpassed the achievements of her debut. Despite her undeniable talent and chart-topping hits, Ciara's career trajectory took a different path, leaving fans questioning Jay-Z's decision and its impact on her career. Ciara's music began to resonate across borders, making waves in countries like New Zealand, Sweden, Ireland, and Switzerland. Riding high on the success of her second album, she embarked on her inaugural headlining tour. With 17 venues in major cities, Ciara impressed audiences with her captivating performances, earning positive reviews for her voice and stage presence. Tickets sold out quickly, solidifying her status as a rising star. Headlining the 2007 Screamfest Musical Festival further showcased Ciara's talent with sold-out shows and glowing reviews. However, her prominence dwindled as Rihanna and Beyoncé dominated the music scene. Ciara's career took a hit when she became a supporting act for Rihanna's tour in the UK, leaving fans puzzled about her sudden decline. Some attributed Ciara's setbacks to issues within her record label, contrasting with Rihanna's well-funded promotions under Def Jam. Allegations surfaced that Ciara had to finance her own song promotions, sparking discussions on social media about the challenges she faced in maintaining her career momentum. Ciara's label failed her and didn't promote or fund her music by 2010. Her album Fantasy Ride was supposed to be a 3-part album that was later dissolved because of LeFace Records' financial troubles. That's why Fantasy Ride is such a mess of a record. They added that her next album, Basic Instinct, wasn't promoted or funded after Ride. She had to use her own money, one concerned fan commented. That it definitely answered questions I had about Ciara's decline commercially around that time for me. Ciara's time was good, and the evolution then left a big gap of ups and downs before Body Party Pro was everything, and I really didn't hear a lot of Ciara during that label decline change period. However, some fans believe Ciara's talent didn't quite measure up to Beyoncé and Rihanna, which may have hindered her from reaching the industry's peak. While her label made efforts to promote her music, it's argued that Ciara's abilities had limitations. Although she received acclaim for her lively dance performances, critics suggest that dancing alone wasn't enough for success. They stress the importance of having a unique, outstanding voice and the skill to bring any song to life. Some blamed external factors for Ciara's sudden decline. They suggested that Ciara was meant to follow in the footsteps of Janet Jackson. However, Janet's controversial wardrobe malfunction at the 2004 Super Bowl damaged her image, leaving no legacy for Ciara to inherit. Consequently, when Ciara had the chance to rise to the top, the path had already been compromised. Ciara didn't capitalize on the fact that she's essentially Janet Jackson 2.0. But, in all fairness, I think that would have been hard to do because Janet was still reeling from the nipple Super Bowl 2004. In short, we've seen Ciara before, and the launch of her career was on the tail end of her spiritual predecessor, who was dealing with a media scandal that was blown way out of proportion. Janet never recovered, and as we waited into the late 2000s, Beyoncé was a force, and so was Rihanna. Ciara didn't really have a chance to get that big with too many external forces beyond her control. Fans are deeply divided on whether Jay-Z should be held responsible for Ciara's inability to reach the same heights as Rihanna and Beyoncé. Some argue that Jay-Z had a lot on his plate at the time he encountered Ciara, suggesting that she could have signed with Def Jam, just like Rihanna did, to advance her career. According to reports, Rihanna was determined to sign with Jay-Z, pushing for the contract to be finalized the same day she met him in New York. The then 16-year-old singer waited until 3 a.m. for Jay-Z and her lawyers to finalize the contract details before signing. It seemed as if Rihanna knew that Def Jam was the label that could make her dreams come true. Interestingly, Jay-Z was also eager to sign Rihanna and didn't want her to leave his office for fear of her signing with another label. Rihanna broke off agreements with other record labels and moved to New York to live with Evan Rogers. Her persistence, coupled with Jay-Z's insistence on signing with Def Jam, paid off, as she went on to become one of the best-selling female musicians of all time. Rihanna's debut album, Music of the Sun, released in August 2005, was an instant success, featuring the hit single, Ponder Replay. The song debuted in the top 5 charts in 15 countries, reaching number 2 on the US Billboard Hot 100 and the UK Singles Chart. Meanwhile, Ciara had already released her debut album and was gearing up for her second. Jay-Z and his team played a crucial role in producing, recording, promoting and marketing Rihanna's debut album, ensuring its widespread success. Music of the Sun sold 2 million copies in the United States and had a record shipment of 500,000 units in the same year. Rihanna's acting debut in the 2006 film Bring It On, All or Nothing further solidified her rising star status. Inspired by the success of her first album, Rihanna quickly released her second album, A Girl Like Me. This time, Ciara collaborated with seasoned producers like Timbaland, Sean Garrett, and Tricky Stewart. With Jay-Z's successful promotion of Rihanna, she gained recognition among top producers, establishing herself as a household name. Rihanna's album, A Girl Like Me, sold millions in the US, with hit singles like SOS topping charts worldwide. Unfaithful, the second single, broke records and elevated Rihanna's status to an icon. The album, like her previous one, went platinum and dominated international charts. Her collaboration with Jay-Z on Umbrella solidified her success, becoming one of the most streamed songs in history and one of the best-selling singles of all time. This success enabled Rihanna to embark on a global tour, performing at 80 venues across the US, Europe, and Canada. The album earned Rihanna nominations and a Grammy win. Since then, her success has grown with multiple hit albums and the launch of Fenty Beauty. While Ciara's worth is respectable at $20 million, it pales in comparison to Rihanna's $1.4 billion. Fans speculate Ciara is resentful towards Jay-Z for not promoting her like Rihanna. Others argue success isn't guaranteed, citing artists pushed by Jay-Z, whose albums flopped.